Is the awareness, the primal awareness, the Chit, Chaitanya, is it an object? Actually not. To the extent that you see it as an object, it is not the ultimate awareness. The one which is seeing it as an object is the awareness. And we must not try to objectify that awareness. We have this tremendous desire, this tremendous urge to objectify. Nothing wrong with it. That's what enables the Absolute to experience itself as the universe. Oh good, I came up with that. It's a very profound sounding sentence. But it's true. It is this ability to objectify itself that enables Brahman to experience itself as this universe. And so we also, being Brahman in depth, we are that reality. We have this tremendous desire to objectify. So, if it is a thing which you can see, smell, hear, taste, touch, it's real. Little more subtle. If it is something that you can think, remember. Now you see, subtle, inside. Not hear, smell, taste, touch, not an object of the senses, but something in the mind. Thoughts, feelings, emotions, memories, desires, ideas. But they are also objects. All of these, gross and physical objects outside and subtle mental objects inside, both appear and shine in one consciousness. The moment I say this, the immediate tendency is to objectify. Let me see. Yes, I get it. There is that consciousness. No, it is not. The one which said, there is that consciousness, that awareness, that one is the awareness. Now you'll try to make that one into an object. Don't. There is no need at all. There is no need at all. You are that, and you are absolutely pure and fine as that object. As that pure subject which is not an object, which cannot be objectified. Then this objectifying tendency, all it does, really, spiritually speaking, its value is to point out the pure subject, which is not an object. Every objective experience, like that meditation we did it with sounds. You can do it with forms, you can do it with taste, touch, you can do it with smell, you can do it with thoughts, you can do it with memories. The thing is, what happens is, when an object comes, a sound comes, we become involved with it and we start thinking about it. The stairs are creaking, somebody's going upstairs. We're thinking about it now. Instead of doing that, stairs are creaking, it appears in me the awareness. Is this awareness an object? This is also a thought which is shining in awareness. As you do that, you'll fall silent. The awareness remains by itself. It always remains by itself. It is it is spacious, in which all of this appears and disappears. This space, for example, it does not resist us. This space in the room, it enables us to sit here. We fill up this space with chairs and people and things and the space accommodates all of us. Think of that awareness as a space. In fact, the Mandukya does that. Akasha, space, is used as an example. Your awareness, the awareness which we are, is like a space in which all of this appears. Now, you might think that all these chairs and people and things, they are different from the space. They come and fill up the space. But in that space of consciousness, there's a term for that, beautiful term. Chidakasha, the space of consciousness. Imagine that. In that, all of these things, they don't come and fill it up. They all arise from it, exist in it, and disappear. How do they arise from it, exist in it, and disappear? Just like in wood. It was a log of wood, you fashioned an altar out of it, or a table out of it, and one day it might break, and it will still be wood. So the table, it arose in this in the wood. It is now shining and being used and existing in the wood. And one day, if it is no longer a table, it would have, in one sense, gone back into the wood itself. In that way, all the objects that we see, they arise in awareness. They are experienced in awareness. By the awareness. The awareness first experiences the object called mind. What is the object called mind? Thoughts, memories, ideas, desires, good and bad. It is directly experienced by consciousness. And then through the mind, it experiences a body and sensory system. And through the mind and body and sensory system, it experiences, that awareness experiences an external world. See, that awareness now becomes or appears to be a person. Stephanie. It is that one awareness. The two are, they're not actually two. It's not that I am a living being, an individual being, this body-mind complex, and there is a higher, separate, supreme self. No, there is only that separate, that higher, supreme self. There's only that. That one alone exists, and it appears as an individual. And it seems to experience an external world. Yeah. So the takeaway from this is, your reality, that awareness, is not an object. Use it in this way. In meditation, in your inner investigation, whatever appears to be an object, use neti neti, not this, not this. Yeah. Whatever appears is also that pure consciousness, but until one realizes that pure consciousness is oneself, keep on going inwards, subtler, the background. And when you realize I am that, that will also be a thought in the mind. But it points to that one identity. Then you look outwards and you see all of this is in me, that consciousness. One must ultimately come to this realization of oneness. You can do it in different ways. In the Mandukya Upanishad, in the Mandukya Karika, 3rd chapter, Gaudapada calls it akarpanyam. A very beautiful term. Karpanyam means smallness, pettiness, individuality, separated from others, fractured. It literally means, the Kripana word means miser. Miser. Krishna uses it in the Gita. And Upanishad it comes. The condition of being an ignorant person, the unenlightened, is the miserliness, the smallness. And this is overcome by this magnificent vision of what he calls akarpanyam. The Gaudapada calls non-dual philosophy akarpanyam, the non-miserly philosophy, the infinite philosophy, the completely open and abundant philosophy. It does not have to be in the language of non-dualism. It can be. If you think, what is this world? If you think all this world is one absolute reality, Brahman, fine, that is akarpanyam, the non-miserly vision. If you think, I, the pure consciousness, am all this world, that's also fine, akarpanyam. If you think, number 3, if you think Maya, the question which we had earlier, the entire universe is an appearance of Maya in me, the pure consciousness, that's also fine. That's also akarpanyam. If you think in terms of duality, God, that God alone is appearing in all these forms, that's also fine. That's also akarpanyam. It must be one of these approaches to the universe outside, to all people, all beings, to the life of this individuality. This akarpanyam, this vast vision. Yes, that's a very beautiful way of putting it. This vast vision. In contrast to this is the vision of the unenlightened individual, where I am separate from all of you. God may or may not exist. Even if God exists, is a question of belief. I subscribe to it, and I have some kind of working faith in God, especially when I'm in trouble. Or I'm an atheist, I don't believe in God. Or an agnostic, in any case not particularly interested. Here is this real world for me outside, which I have to struggle. I have to make my way in this world, and one day this world will crush me out, body will die, and maybe I'm dead and finished and gone. This is the view of the unenlightened person. This is called Kriparna, the miserly view. So we must move from the miserly view to the vast view. Do it by devotion. Perfectly all right. Do it by devotion. Do it by knowledge. Jnana. You recognize this vastness already existing. The wave must become not only one with the ocean. Directly for the wave to become one with the ocean is difficult. Why? Because I am this little wave. How can I be one with the other wave? How can I be one with this wave and that wave and this wave? No. Let alone the entire ocean. I am just this much. The only way that the wave can become the ocean is if the wave realizes I am water. Think about it. The moment the realization comes, I am water, the boundaries between me, this little wave, and the next wave, and the next wave, the boundaries dissolve. What boundary is there between water and water? No boundary. Not only the boundary between me and the next wave, no boundary between me and any wave and anything in this vast ocean. I become literally the entire ocean by realizing I am water. Similarly, by realizing I am pure awareness, everything in this universe, men and women, Hindus, Muslims, Christians, Buddhists, atheists, living beings, non-living so-called matter, this entire physical universe, past, present and future, they all become appearances in me, nothing other than me. This is Akarpanyam, the vast vision.